Okay, so today we should have a fun little treat. So I was doing the challenge rift, the second challenge rift of season 30 today, and I was kind of joking to myself because I saw it was a Crusader build. I'm like, oh well, if it's Crusader, I'm definitely gonna rip it up because the last time I did a Crusader challenge rift, uh, I ended up like rank 4 or something like that. At least before the end of the week, at which point I think I went down to like rank 9, 10, 12, something like that. So, I played this this challenge rift, and at first it was a complete shit show. I barely passed it or something. I didn't even get on the leaderboard. The leaderboard, yeah, I didn't even like make it to rank 1000. So, that was shit. But as I went through the rift, I was like, hey, wait a minute. This is actually a really good rift. Once I got to the second floor, I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. So I tried it again, and after like the second time or the third time, I got to rank like I think like in like the rank 30 to 40 range or something like that. And I was like, uh, uh, you know, okay, I'm starting to see a trend here. This is starting to sound familiar. Gee, I wonder when this happened before. So, what the hell? I thought, try to get rank 1 again. Didn't quite work out. I did get to rank 2. And then, just as I thought I was number 2 for a while, this guy beat me. So, shaved a couple seconds off. Um, Either way, pretty nice. But this is just the first night of the challenge rift, so my guess is even by tomorrow I'm going to lose at least a few spots, and probably over the course of a week, if enough people see this, I think it's going to be very easy. All of you should be able to beat me with enough work, and I shouldn't even be on the leaderboard anymore. You should all be, like rank 1000 should be like 142 or something like that because you're all going to beat me after you see this. Okay. So, how do I want to approach this? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take a look at this build here and sort of how I approach challenge rifts, which is a bit of a joke because the way I approach challenge rifts is kind of the way I approach Diablo 3, which is I kind of expect to just trip, fall over, and just have things just magically die, for no reason. You know, I I'm like the exact opposite of Wudijo. Okay, Wudijo is like Mr. Perfect. Every fucking thing he does is like precise and super precise, and everything he does is perfect and perfectly executed. And me, dude, I just face roll the fucking keyboard. I just face roll everything. I just want shit to die easily on autopilot. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to put any effort in. I just want it to die automatically. And I could do this in both automated and non-automated ways. So I do use Autohotkey a lot, but at the same time, if I'm forced to, or if for some reason I just feel like playing completely manually, my style is going to be very, very blasé, face roll. Not trying to precisely execute every little fucking thing. Just so no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So when I got into this game here, the first thing I did, of course, was I'm like, okay, well, I need to know what is my primary damage multiplier, and possibly also what is my primary defensive multiplier, because that's what the game runs on, right? That's where the power creep comes from. Okay, we have a set. Okay, it's a con. I've never really used that set. All I know that it's based on a con, on Akarat's champion, rather. So obviously that means that that needs to be up at all times because, you know, that's where the 6 set bonus, you know, 1500% increased damage, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I'm thinking, okay, well, my guess is I'm going to need a lot of cooldown because otherwise this is going to suck balls. Now, that's not knowing how the rest of the set works. And, you know, just looking over this character, it's obvious it's probably not going to have lots of cooldown on it. But as it turns out, Phalanx avatars reduce the cooldown of Akarat's champion by 0.5 seconds on every attack. Okay, good, good. So we have a source of cooldown reduction there built into the set. So I would imagine that in theory, that means I can have 100% uptime. Okay, sounds great. Now, all of this was like twitch reflex in my brain. I wasn't even thinking this out that deeply. Like, I just kind of saw the letters and the words in front of my eyes and instantly said, okay. Like, I didn't even say anything. Like, it's just all animalistic. Okay, so applying this big-brained analysis here, we go, okay, Phalanx avatars, spam Phalanx avatars all the time to you know, get 100% uptime on Akarat's champion. Okay, sounds good. Let's see, what was the next thing in my Einstein level thought process here? Let's see. Okay, and then of course there's Judgment has no cooldown, gains the effect of every rune. Like, I literally wasn't even thinking about that. However, there is one thing I did take note. So I did see that there is Frider's Wrath, and this shield, you know, big condemn damage, remove the cooldown of condemn, and then makes it cost 40 wrath. Quite expensive. I mean, boom, three shots, I'm out. Okay, so that I didn't like very much. The fact that it would be, you know, that easy to run out. So that's, you know, the primary damage dealing in this build apparently. And yeah, that's like the only damage dealer really. So I was thinking, okay, well, shit, I'm going to run out of resource all the time. However, this does have Laws of Valor. And it's got the reduced wrath cost. Okay, so that's good. So I'm definitely going to be using that as much as possible. Okay, so everything revolves around Akarat's champion, being up, using Phalanx as much as possible for that purpose. And, you know, using Laws of Valor as much as possible to keep the energy up, or to reduce the cost, rather, of Condemn. Now, what I didn't notice, or wasn't super conscious of, is the fact that the Phalanx avatar attacks apply Condemn when attacking enemies that are affected by Judgment. So, anything under this shit, these boys, they're going to be popping tons of Condemns on those guys. Okay, so that's a shitload of damage right there. And then you can, you know, manually cast this. Manually cast Condemn if for some reason these guys aren't attacking whatever is under your Judgment. Okay, so... Well, actually, you don't even need the Judgment for that, right? Let's see. Like, the fact that I'm just thinking about this right now should demonstrate to you just how... literally just how stupid I am when it comes to my approach to playing this. I literally got rank 2 without even thinking this out. Without even knowing this shit. Because literally all I do is just face roll. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, technically you don't need Judgment to do damage. You can just pop Condemn on something, and as long as you have Akarat's champion up, you're going to be doing big damage on it. But you're going to get a shitload more damage if you're getting, you know, multiple Phalanx hits on the guys with Judgment as well. So, okay, and the wonderful thing is Judgment costs nothing. And it has no cooldown, so you can just spam it all you want. The problem is, there's a pretty long cooldown on Phalanx, and... Okay, looks like these guys do follow.
Patience.
Let's see if they follow me. Okay, so they're attacking everything. And then, yeah.
Not yet.
I'm not doing any damage because I don't have Accurate's Champion up, but whatever. Okay, great. So, basically, Accurate's Champion plus Judgment plus Phalanx hits. That's where all your damage is going to come from, so... Now there's going to be lots of damage here. You know, because everything's up. Got the Phalanx guys. Wonderful. Okay, now they're gone. Now I can also do a good amount of damage just by popping Condemn. But, you know, you could be popping like 4 different Condemns per second or some shit like that by having the Phalanx Bowman hit the guys, right? So, for instance, see? 1 Condemn hit, that's a lot of damage. But if I go over here to these big guys... So actually, 1 Condemn is enough to insta-jib these guys too. But now that I don't have Accurate's Champion up, it does nothing, right? But as you can see, it's popping like tons and tons of Condemns on it from the Phalanx avatars. Okay. So, my approach to this was very simple. Basically just spam everything. Run, okay. Now we're looking at one more final piece to this equation, which is Ingeome. Probably my favorite weapon of all time. This basically makes it so that a lot of these cooldown problems are solved, at least to some degree. You know, your Phalanx, much lower cooldown. Everything much lower cooldown. Laws of Valor, much lower cooldown. Horsey, much lower cooldown. Everything, you know. So that basically means run from Elite Pack to Elite Pack to Elite Pack. So the strategy is, or the execution is pretty clear here when it comes to running this build. You kill Elite Pack, you find another Elite Pack, and you kill that. And you just keep doing that over and over again. And you basically just spam all your abilities as much as possible. That is about as much thought as I put into this. I didn't even put that much thought in. It was all like Twitch reflex. Okay, so... let me see. So, anyway, now that we've gotten that out of the way, and by the way, I literally didn't even look at the cube powers, and fortunately for me, none of them mattered anyway, so, you know, as we can see, it's a highly optimized build, as most challenge rifts are. Okay, so, now that we've gotten the mechanics of the build out of the way, let's move on to the next chapter. Okay, so we're going to the next phase of this so-called guide. Okay, so here we have video footage of the rank 2, which became rank 3 run, and which might even now be rank 4, 5, 6, etc. Who knows? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play through it, and if you just want to see the raw footage without any commentary or other bullshit, I already uploaded that in the previous video. But anyway, let's see how I want to approach this. So, just one thing to note here, you're going to see that I'm using Autohotkey. I use Autohotkey for literally everything in Diablo 3. No, I'm not pixel scanning. I'm not like doing full automation or anything like that. I'm only doing stuff that's either like key spam that's equivalent to the numlock shit, or something just a slightly more robust version of that. I basically use just one script that I've been sort of organically developing over the last few years. Because when I play Diablo 3, I'm super casual. I like to just blast through shit and not think about it, not put any effort into it, be half dead, half asleep, and just like be able to farm shit while not even paying attention. It's just that kind of game most of the time. And interestingly, well, you'll see. Let's well, let's just go through this a bit. Let's play this. Okay, first things first. The first thing I do when I start this rift is I immediately pop the horse. Why? Everything in this build is gated behind cooldowns. Damage, resources, defense, mobility. It's all gated behind cooldowns. And the first thing you want to do is kill an elite pack as quickly as possible, because as soon as you're on that Ingeome train, that train just never stops, man. You can move around, you can kill shit, etc. So I'm just popping the horse. And there is one interesting thing to note about Akarat's champion here. The one good thing about this build, the one good thing is that it's the lightning rune. Here, let me switch over to Diablo 3. Okay, it's rally, and what that means is when you pop it, it's instantly going to reduce the remaining cooldown of other abilities by 12 seconds, which means you can reset the horse, you can reset some other shit, I guess. So let's go back here. Okay. So immediately, it would be really, really nice to kill these things out in front because there's a huge amount of monsters. Would be really nice for progress, but you just can't. Just don't. So I'm going to the first elite pack here. And that sound you just heard, that StarCraft sound, that's me activating the Autohotkey to start spamming. It's going to spam Akarat's champion. It's going to spam Laws of Valor constantly. And then here I go, and I'm just going to kill this first pack here. So I'm just popping Phalanx. I'm popping Judgment. And also I have the Autohotkey set up so that when I right-click, it's also going to hit 2, and it's going to pop Condemn as well. So it's going to try to manually cast Condemn as well. Okay, so I insta-jib those guys almost, and then I make a beeline away from there because I'm getting pounded. And I have the Ingeome power. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so now I take my revenge on these guys. I love those screams. And then boom, next elite pack. Okay, and then there's going to be another elite pack. And one thing I should note is that, well, I'll show it in a bit. Okay, so here we have our first pylon, the speed pylon. It's very important to go this route, get that first, because the real juice in this rift is not on this floor, it's on the second floor. And you want to get there as quickly as possible. Okay, now that my horsey's on cooldown, I'm going to kill as much as I can before the horsey is available again. Very big brain stuff. Okay, I think I just wasted half a second there by not popping the horse quickly enough. And what's going to happen is that whenever the horse pops off, because its duration isn't infinity, I will take that opportunity to maybe kill a few things before popping the horse again. Because what I've noticed is that if I just run, and this is the strategy here, if I just run from elite pack to elite pack and ignore the trash, that's actually going to slow me down. Because if I do that, I'm not going to get enough progress, and I'm going to have to possibly run even to the third floor or the fourth floor to get enough elite packs. And now you could do the opposite problem where you spend too much time killing trash, and then your Ingeome uptime, you get too many gaps in that, and then you get slowed down tremendously. And once you get stuck in a cooldown famine, I mean, your rift is ruined at that point. I mean, it's easy to beat this rift, like just to get the cash. But if you're trying to get rank, you just can't do that. You need that Ingeome up as much as possible. So you got to find the correct balance between taking advantage of large, clumps of trash to kill, but also keeping that elite train going, keeping that Ingeome train going, and find the best balance. So you're looking for the Goldilocks balance here. Not too big, not too small. You want it just right. Okay, so I've noticed that this is a really great place to get some trash killing in. Plus, I just love those skeleton lord guys, man. When they die, that sound is it's just chef's kiss, man. Okay, so now we're on the second floor, and this is where most of the magic happens. This is just my favorite type of map, for more reasons than one. Okay, so the first thing is, there's some pylons on this map, and there are a bunch of elites on this map. I'm not convinced that I know the best route to take here. There might be multiple ways of slicing this up, but this is kind of the way I do it. So first there are some important things to take note of when it comes to approaching these elite packs, because when you approach these elite packs, I think it's very important that you just instantly run up on them and kill them as fast as possible, because if you do not, they're going to start running apart, running all over the place, and becoming unmanageable. So I like to kind of just get them out of the way as quickly as possible, with one or two exceptions. So here I'm just killing this yellow as quickly as possible. But there's also a pack of blues up there, and sometimes you can get them all together at once. And if so, you're going to shave at least 2 seconds off your time, if not 3 or 4, because if they run apart, it's a pain in the ass. Okay, that's dead. Now just running straight up to the blue. Okay, so I already got some blue guys. But yeah, there's one up there kind of apart. But it's not as bad as usual, so I was able to kill them really quickly in this case. But you could end up wasting a few seconds if they're apart, especially if you don't get Ingeome up. Okay, got everything there. And I've found that if for some reason you get held up a bit, like you're waiting for the horse to come back up, killing some extra trash can really help get that time down. But you don't want to dilly-dally. You really don't want to dilly-dally. Okay, so now I'm making a beeline to the first pylon. Okay, and here's what I'm talking about. So we got a power pylon, and I'm going to say right off the bat, that power pylon, in my opinion, it's not super important for DPS. It's not super important because when you have the phalanx hits plus condemn, plus judgment, you're just going to be pelting these guys with tons of damage, and they're going to go down fast either way. That being said, all other things being equal, having a power pylon is better than not having a power pylon, because you get those edge cases where, you might not kill something in one hit. But with power pylon, you're going to kill it in one hit. So that's always good when you're trying to speedrun. Plus you got these elite packs next to the power pylon anyway, so you might as well, right? And here's something important, okay? When you run up on these guys, it's better to kill them instantly, because I've seen so many times when I didn't do that, they just start running apart all over the place, and next thing you know, you're wasting your time running around with your dick in your hand, and, your Ingeome pops off or whatever. You're running in circles trying to, kill these guys, and it's just a mess. It's just a mess. So it's better to try to kill them quickly, just immediately. You don't need the power pylon. Watch. See, they die instantly. Except for that one guy. Now, the problem is here that they do explode, and those explosions will kill you instantly. And this is kind of where a little twitch reflex helps. This does hold me up a bit. Now, there is a shield pylon on this floor as well, but based on my experience, I don't think it's good to get it first, even though if you do get it first, then you can ignore these, these blasts. But feel free to experiment because, like I said, I don't know if I'm not convinced that the way I do things here is the best way. It's just kind of the way that I ended up liking to do it. Okay, so another thing that I find very difficult is making sure I get all the progress globes. It's always the fucking progress globes, man. All right, I'm going to break this up. Okay, continuing. Sorry if there's not a perfect... there might be a little bit of a bad gap here, but where it rewinds the video a bit. Okay. Okay, got the progress globes. Okay, now I'm making a beeline to the shield pylon, which happens to have an elite pack on top of it. Boom, insta-jib. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Again, all things being equal, having a shield pylon is better than not. And this build is pretty squishy. I will say that, but here's the thing. If you're trying to speedrun this thing and get rank, or even if not, even if you just want to face roll the shit out of it and, pass it without trouble, because, that's the way I play. I just like to face roll everything and, blast through shit. If you're moving around, you shouldn't have to worry too much about getting hurt as long as you're, you've got all your things up, like Akrat's Champion mainly, which you should if you're using the mechanics of the build correctly, or semi-correctly, as it were. Oh, by the way, speaking of build mechanics, I should say that the way my Autohotkey is set up is that when I right-click, I think I already mentioned that. It casts Condemn, and also when I hit the horse, it stops the button spam on everything else so it doesn't break the horse. It doesn't break you out of the horse, because the last thing you want is to pop your horse and then have hit another ability with your key spam, and then, oh, oops, no more horsey, right? So when I get out of the horse and I start attacking shit again, when I basically what I do is I just spam left and right click, to get the phalanx and the judgment going. Then it will resume spamming 3 and 4. It'll resume spamming the Akrat's Champion. It'll resume spamming the, what's it called, Laws of Valor. And when I right-click, it's also going to activate the Condemn on number 2, which is, it's important because sometimes you're not getting those phalanx avatar hits exactly where you want them, and that helps you get some Condemn around you. And basically, I just run straight into enemies like kamikaze style and just expect them to die instantly, because that's the way I always play the game. And it works. It generally works. There's something about Diablo 3 where, I use this Autohotkey build script, or some version of it for like every character I play, pretty much. The latest functionality I added to it was for Witch Doctor, chicken mode, and all that shit. So, it's basically just key spam plus, basically. So anyway, let's continue here. So I got the shield now, and then there's an elite pack right here, so I kill those. Okay, so now I'm just trying to get to the next floor because there's nothing left here that's worth killing. And I love these types of maps as well. Okay, so right out the bat, this is amazing. There's a huge amount of trash and an elite pack all together. Nice place to reset your NGO, get tons of progress. Okay, now here is another place where I'm not sure that I optimized it correctly, because you do run into some very large trash packs as you run down this corridor, and it might be worth stopping and killing some of them. In my opinion, I kind of fucked up here a bit, but let's continue. Okay, so the horsey was running down, or let me move back here. Yeah, the horse ran out. Okay, so now I'm killing some trash. Okay, the horse is back. Okay, decided to pop and kill some trash again. Get a little extra progress. And, you know, sometimes it's a very fine-pointed decision because you could end up wasting a couple seconds by doing that. But on the other hand, you might just be saving yourself a few seconds because at the end, when you kill the final elite pack, one of two things could happen. Either A, you already have enough progress to bring the Rift Guardian in, or you don't and you have to kill a little bit more trash, or even worse, another elite pack to bring the Rift Guardian in. And I experimented a lot, ended up going to the next floor, and I think the fastest way is to get a little more trash killing in. Okay, so there's a lot of trash here to kill. Okay, and now I'm like, okay, I need to kill that elite pack. Okay, so there it is. Get the globes as quickly as possible. Okay, so as soon as I get those globes, I'm at 99%. And see, this is the type of shit that annoys me, because if I just killed one or two more trash, it's very possible that the Rift Guardian would have been insta-invoked, and I could have gotten a couple seconds off of this fucking Rift. But no. Had to kill a couple more. See? I'm pretty sure I had to kill a couple more trash here before the Rift Guardian came. Okay, and here's another thing that I'm pretty clumsy at. I guess what I'm trying to do is lay down a judgment before the Rift Guardian arrives so that it's already under the effect of the judgment by the time it arrives, so I can do more damage to it. Do damage to it as quickly as possible. I'm not sure if those condemns are insta-pop or if they're the delayed style of condemns. I think they're instant damage style condemns. I didn't even check the rune, literally. I literally have no idea. Let me check. Yeah, they're the instant ones. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Fuck, where am I going here? Okay, so here we go. And again, yeah. Yeah, he goes down instantly. And that sound you just heard, that's the sound of me deactivating the key spam Autohotkey. 144. And that was rank 2, now it's rank 3. Okay, so I'm still rank 3. I know this guy, 146, wasn't here when I first got this, so people have been trying, and they're edging into my territory here, so you know, I know it's only a matter of time before this rank 3 starts to drip down. Okay. So yeah, that's it. And here's the thing. Okay, so there's one more thing. When I was considering making this video, I was thinking, well, I did use Autohotkey to do this, and I'm thinking, you know, the way this build works, you know, I think I'd rather, like, kill myself than actually try to play it manually. But as it turns out, it's actually not that hard to play manually. Just don't overthink it. You know, don't try to be Wudijo, okay? Because that guy literally makes a living playing this game. So he has time to learn to play things perfectly without any automation. Okay? People like us, we don't have that time. Or we're too stupid or whatever. We just suck. Okay? Take your pick. But as it turns out, it's actually not that hard to play this manually. It may not be fully optimized. You know, there's going to be a lot of mistakes. But that's okay. So I'm going to try to do this manually. And I tried to play the Rift manually, and I got a time of 154. So I'm going to try it again right now. And hopefully I won't embarrass myself too much. Alright, so let's try this. Oh, God. Woohoo! Yeah, this sucks. I fucked up. And get Ingeom. Oh my god, I still didn't get Ingeom. What the fuck is this? Alright, got Ingeom. So I'm just like literally, every time I'm out of the horse, I just spam everything. Literally everything. Just spamming everything. Horsey mode, spam everything. Literally just spamming everything. It's so fucking retarded. Horsey mode. Here we go. Woo! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, going up here, horsey mode, spam everything. Shield. Yeah, so I'm literally just spamming 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, plus right click, left click, everything at once. Whenever I try to kill shit. Alright, get the progress globes. Dude, I'd rather use Autohotkey. This sucks. But this isn't that hard, actually. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's get some trash kills. Alright, let's kill one more elite pack here. Boom. Alright. Boom. Alright, let's see what pathetic... Aw, 208. Come on, man. What the fuck? 208? Fucking shit time, man. What rank is that? 208. Fucking rank 7 fucking bullshit. Oh, no, that... Yeah. No, rank... No, rank 6. Fucking... Yeah, no. I'd be rank 7. I beat this guy. Shit time, man. Shit fucking time. But that's what happens when you play manually. But you know what? If I played like Wudijo, if I was Mr. Perfect... Oh, shit, man. That guy played this shit. Oh, my God. I don't even know, man. So, here's what I think. I think with the perfect play and the perfect strategy, and I'm not entirely dead set on the strategy, I would say that the time could probably be reduced. I think another...
arrayed against us that are stronger than we ever imagined. Some greater purpose lies behind these trials, but I do not yet know it.
Well, we'll learn more by moving than talking.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Anyway, yeah, so I think at least 10 to 15 seconds could be shaved off the number 1 spot here, but everything would have to be executed absolutely perfectly, and nothing can go wrong. Nothing. Every single elite pack, you like 1 or 2 shot global, you know, they don't run apart. You get the full Ingeom. You get the perfect balance of trash killing. You never kill more trash than you have to. You never spam more globals than you have to on the trash. You know, you just get the least amount of casts in. You know, get that horse going all the time. Perfect pathing, everything. I think you could get down to like 125 maybe, 130 for sure. I don't think you could beat 120. But I think by the end of the week, I think the number 1 spot is probably going to be somewhere in the 130 range, maybe even 125. Who knows? Maybe somebody will do something crazy and get down to 120 or lower. But I'm going to guess somewhere around 125 to 130 is going to be rank 1 by the end of the week. For me, I'm not going to push it anymore. You know, I'm too casual for this shit. I'm going to keep it casual. let's see. Just for fun, I'm gonna go over to the Autohotkey script. Now most of this is just garbage that I commented out that I save for later. So anything with a semicolon is not active. And I call this chicken mode here. I'm not even going to explain it. I'm just going to kind of show it. But this is the main thing that's happening here. When I hit F2, it just spams 3 and 4. And let's see. Yeah, this is, I don't even remember what most of this shit does. This is Town Portal. Town Portal interrupts it. Map interrupts it. That way I can like Town Portal and do bounties and shit without the spam like fucking up my portal. So if I hit right mouse button, what it's going to do is it's going to stop the loop, and it's also going to hit 2, 3, and 4. Oh shit, what did I do there? Let's see. Yeah, and if I hit 1 for the horse, it's going to turn the loop off. Let's see what else. Okay, I use E for left click if I want to like spam pick up loot on the ground, and the rest of this is like a bunch of bullshit. But as you can see, there's no pixel scanning. There's no like true automation. It's just key spam shit. And anybody who thinks like this should be bannable, just remember that at the same time that people were getting banned for Autohotkey, Blizzard was literally like putting its name on products like mouses that had the exact same types of software automation functionality for macros that could do the same shit as Autohotkey, and I don't think they were going to be banning anyone for that. Like, they literally put their fucking name on like these mouses that were being sold, which had macro abilities. So don't give me any of that fucking bullshit.